Hello dear students, how are you? Hopefully you all are well. Welcome to my online class. I am Faydul Islam, Senior Teacher, Police Lines School and College Rangpur. Today I will discuss degree or comparison of adjectives. Before starting the class, I would like to tell you the learning outcomes. After finishing the class, you will be able to know how to use degrees, how to form degrees and how to change degrees. Now let us start the class. Today's topic is degree. Degree means comparison of adjectives or adverbs. Degree is of three kinds: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. The positive degree denotes the simple quality of a person or thing. The comparative degree denotes a high degree of the simple quality. The superlative degree denotes the highest degree of the simple quality. To have a clear conception about degrees, look at the sentences. Number 1, Siam is tall. Siam lamba. Number 2, Riyadh is taller than Siam. Riyadh Siamer che lamba. Number 3, Hridoy is the tallest of these three. Hridoy এই তিনজনের মধ্যে সবচেয়ে লম্বা. The adjective tall is the positive degree. It denotes the simple quality of the person Siam. The adjective taller is the comparative degree. It is used to compare Riyadh with Siam. Like this, you can use the comparative degree to compare two persons or things. The adjective tallest is the superlative degree. It is used to compare Hridoy with the other two persons Siam and Riyadh. So you can see the superlative degree tallest is used to compare more than two persons. Like this, you can use the superlative degree to compare more than two persons or things. Now, I would like to tell you something more. So, have a look at the sentence number 1 again. The positive degree tall is used in the sentence, but this sentence does not show any comparison. If you want to use the positive degree to show comparison, you can use the structure as ... as with the positive degree in the affirmative sentence to show equality, and you can use the structure so ... as with the positive degree in the negative sentence to show inequality. For example, Rina is as tall as Lipi. Rina Lipir moto lamba. The sentence shows comparison and expresses equality. Moina is not so tall as Rumi. Moina Rumir moto lamba noy. The sentence shows comparison and expresses inequality. You can also use the positive degree to compare a person or thing with the other persons or the things of the same class or of the same level. In that case, you have to start the sentence with no other or very few. For example, no other student in the class is as tall as Nafis. ক্লাসে কোনো ছাত্রই নাফিসের মতো লম্বা নয়. Here, the positive degree tall is used to compare Nafis with the students in the class. You know, the class comprises more than one students. Another example is very few students in the class are so tall as Rana. You can see very few is followed by a plural subject, and the plural subject is followed by plural verb. Okay. Now have a look at the sentence number 2 again. The adjective taller is the comparative degree. This comparative degree is used to compare two persons. But if you want to use the comparative degree to compare a person or thing with the persons or the things of the same class or of the same level, You have to use than any other, or than all other, or than most other after the comparative degree. Okay. For example, Runa is taller than any other girl in the class. Runa class je kono meyer cheye lomba. Here the comparative degree taller is used to compare Runa with the other girls in the class. You can also write Runa is taller than all other girls in the class. Next example, Pina is taller than most other girls in the class. In this way, you can use degrees. Now I am going to tell you how you can form degrees. Dear students, you can form comparatives and superlatives by following some rules. If the positive is of one syllable, er and est are added at the end. For example, tall, taller, tallest. If the positive ends in e, r and st are added at the end. For example, nice, nicer, nicest. If the positive ends in y, preceded by a consonant, y becomes I before adding er and est. For example, busy, busier, busiest. You can see the positive busy ends in y preceded by a consonant s. So y has become I before adding er and est. If the positive ends in one vowel and one consonant, the consonant is doubled before adding er and est. For example, big, bigger, biggest. The positive big ends in one vowel I and one consonant g. So the consonant g has been doubled before adding er and est. If the positive is of more than one syllables, you can put more before the positive to make comparative, and you can put most before the positive to make superlative. For example, beautiful. It is of more than one syllables, so its comparative form is more beautiful, superlative form is most beautiful. Dear friends, some adjectives of two syllables ending in le, ly, er, y form their comparatives and superlatives by adding er and est. For example, simple, simpler, simplest, silly, sillier, silliest, pretty, prettier, prettiest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, happy, happier, happiest. There are some irregular comparatives and superlatives. For example, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, much, more, most, many, more, most, little, less, least, old, older, oldest, old, elder, eldest. Okay. In this way, you can form comparatives and superlatives. Now I am going to tell you how you can change degrees.
Dear students, there are only three structures that will help you to change degrees. Number one, no other or very few plus subject plus verb plus as or so plus positive plus as plus NP. Here NP refers to noun, pronoun or phrase. Number two, subject plus verb plus comparative plus than any other or than most other plus NP. Number three, subject plus verb plus the or one of the plus superlative plus NP. Dear friends, you must maintain the sequence no other than any other, the, very few, than most other, one of the. Okay. To keep the meaning unchanged, NP will become subject and subject will become NP. But at the time of changing comparative to superlative or superlative to comparative, this rule is not applicable. Look at the examples. Positive. No other city in Bangladesh is as big as Dhaka. Comparative. Dhaka is bigger than any other city in Bangladesh. Superlative. Dhaka is the biggest city in Bangladesh. Now let's see how the degrees have been changed. Positive to comparative. City in Bangladesh subject, city main word or head word. Main word or head word may have pre-modifier or post-modifier. Is verb NP Dhaka. NP Dhaka has become subject according to the second structure. The verb is comparative. Bigger is the comparative form of big, plus you can see than any other or than most other. Here than any other has been taken because the sentence has started with no other. Plus NP, subject city in Bangladesh has become NP. Okay. Now positive to superlative. NP Dhaka has become subject according to the third structure. Plus verb is, you can see the or one of the. Here the has been taken because the sentence has started with no other. The superlative, biggest is the superlative form of big, plus NP, subject city in Bangladesh has become NP. Now comparative to superlative. In this case, subject and NP will not be changed. So subject Dhaka, according to the third structure. The verb is, you can see the or one of the. Here the word the has been taken because the comparative degree bigger is followed by than any other. Superlative degree, biggest. You know biggest is the superlative form of bigger. Then NP has become NP. Okay. Now superlative to positive. The sentence has started with no other because the superlative degree biggest is preceded by the word the. Then subject NP city in Bangladesh has become subject. Then verb according to the structure. Then as plus positive. Big is the positive form of biggest, plus as plus NP. Subject Dhaka has become NP. In this way you can change degrees. Now I am going to tell you how you can change degrees when you find very few, than most other, or one of the.
Dear students, you can see positive. Very few metals are so useful as iron. Comparative, iron is more useful than most other metals. Superlative, iron is one of the most useful metals. Now let us see how the degrees have been changed. Positive to comparative. According to the second structure, subject, NP iron has become subject. Verb is because iron denotes third person singular number. It agrees with is. You know, am, is or are indicates the same tense. So you can take is. Comparative, more useful is the comparative form of useful plus than any other or than most other. Here, than most other has been taken because the sentence has started with very few. Plus NP, subject metals has become NP. Okay. Now, positive to superlative. According to the third structure, subject, NP iron has become subject, then verb is, you can see the or one of the, here one of the has been taken because the sentence has started with very few. Superlative, most useful is the superlative form of useful plus NP, subject metals has become NP. Okay. Now, comparative to superlative. In this case, subject and NP will not be changed. So, iron is, you can see the or one of the, here one of the has been taken because you can see then most other after comparative degree. Superlative, most useful superlative plus NP, NP has become NP. Okay. Now, superlative to positive. The sentence has started with very few because you can see one of the before the superlative degree. So, when you see one of the before the superlative degree, you can start with very few. NP has become subject, verb, are, you know, metals plural number, so it agrees with are plus, so you can also write as plus positive useful plus as plus NP, subject has become NP. In this way, you can change degrees according to the structures. Now, I am going to give you some more examples.
Look at the examples. Number 1, he is the best person I have seen. Make it positive. Here, he subject is verb, person NP. The clause I have seen modifies the noun person. So, its answer is no other person I have seen is as good as he. You can see NP with the modifier has become subject. Number 2, the rose is the nicest of all flowers. Make it comparative. When you find of all after the superlative degree, you can use then all other to make comparative. So, its answer is the rose is nicer than all other flowers. Number 3, Robin is as tall as Rana. Make it comparative. You can see the sentence does not start with no other or very few. In this case, the affirmative sentence will become a negative one and the negative sentence will become an affirmative one. So, its answer is Rana is not taller than Robin. Here, you can see NP has become subject and subject Robin has become NP. The negative word not is used to make it a negative one. You can also write the answer by using less before the positive degree. In that case, subject and NP will not be changed. So, the answer is Robin is not less tall than Rana. You can see
subject been has become subject. NP Rana has become NP. Number 4, he is better than she. Make it positive. You can see the comparative degree better is followed by than. In this case, you should not start the sentence with no other or very few. So, its answer is she is not so good as he. You can see NP, she has become subject. Subject, he has become NP. The word not is used to make it a negative one. In this way, you can change degrees. I hope you have understood everything very clearly. See you in the next class. Stay home, stay safe.